Hey everybody, just to get started, this video goes out to Stephen Wynn, probably the only guy who always complains about vlogs but always asks for one. So I'm just giving everybody a follow-up kind of on how my first day was traveling. So today the plan was to wake up in the morning and have my flight leave at 8:45 to San Francisco. And then from San Francisco, I was going to have an hour layover and then go to Korea. That's a 13-hour flight, so I would still actually be flying and then go there. Now, unfortunately, that's not exactly what happened. So today, we get to the airport, checking all the weather updates and everything is fine. So no flight delays or anything like that. Get on the plane, and I haven't really slept in a long time. Or I hadn't at that point. So I get on the plane, I sit down, and I'm asleep, and we're not moving or anything. I'm gone, and so I'm on the plane probably like 20 minutes before takeoff, and I wake up after about an hour, maybe an hour and 15, and I notice that we are actually still not in the air. Turns out that the plane didn't fly. We got held off a second because they were going to clear off the tarmac in case there was any ice. They were gonna, I don't know, they're like, it's going to take like 5 minutes. So that, they did that, and then while they were clearing off the tarmac, they were like, hey, we've seen some readings on our plane. It doesn't look great, so we're going to take the plane in and do some maintenance on it. Just check if we need it. And it's no big deal, but it should be like another 5 minutes. So we're on the tarmac, like, ready to go. And then we drive the plane all the way back to, I guess, the gate, and have some dudes look at it, and they're like, yeah, there's something wrong with this plane. You guys are going to need to stay here for another 30 minutes. So at this point, the plane has not left for about an hour and 45 minutes. So my layover, as I mentioned, in San Francisco was an hour, which means, if everything goes as it normally would, gone flight time, nothing else is late, I've already basically missed my flight by the time we get there. So that is exactly what happens. We land at about 12:15, and I missed my flight. And interesting thing about airports is, maybe it's only like this in this California airport, but it doesn't really seem like they've catered a system to where if you need help, you can easily access it. So as soon as I exit the plane, there's a lady, standing right there, and there are some people who I assume are Korean, asking her about what to do, and she's like, oh yeah, that plane hasn't left yet, go to gate 100. And now it was tricky because on my ticket I didn't actually have a gate to go to. Something that I was going to find out when I got to the airport. I was just like, whatever, okay. So I go to this G100, and G100 is probably about literally as far away from where I was as you can possibly be in this airport. And so I'm under the impression that if I book it to G100, I will make my flight. And so I go to G100. There's no plane there at all. Don't know if there really ever was. And so now I'm in like the international terminal, and I go all the way back down to the entrance of so basically I went to the end of the international terminal. I go all the way back to the beginning, and then I see like a departures thing, and there's one for Seoul that leaves in 15 minutes. But it's about halfway back the way I just came. So I go real quick down there, and the lady talks to me, and she's like, yeah, you're flying with this other airline. Here's where you need to go. She's like, you need to go to the other half of the international. So think of it like this. The airport is kind of, from where I was, kind of like a Y. I'm at the very bottom of the Y. And the international is the V that splits the top. So I was going through one end of the V. She's like, you need to go to the other end of the V. So I go over there, and she's like, go to the Air Asiana side. I go to the Air Asiana side, and they're closed. I guess because they have no more flights today. So at this point, I'm like, man, I've been walking around for like an hour and a half. I'm carrying all my things. I'm wet. I'm just hot. Things are not going great. I'm like, man. And then I see the information desk. Ask this guy. He helps me out. He's like, you probably need to go talk to United because they're the ones that kind of held you over. Go talk to United. And there's this lady there. I actually didn't know. Kind of knew. But I went to the help desk for the first class, like premier class people. And I explained my situation. This lady was super nice. She might have been new because she kept asking for help, but she was just really, really helpful for me. And she was like, oh yeah, you know, this happened to somebody yesterday, and basically the exact same scenario. So what we're doing is we're going to switch your flight over to United, and you're going to fly with us tomorrow, because that's the earliest flight to the same airport in Seoul. And so she's like, let me go get that taken care of for you. And she leaves, and she's gone for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. So I'm literally just like standing there. And then she comes back, and I mean, I'm guessing the way I looked, I just looked like a dead person. I was just like, I'm tired, I'm holding my bags, and I feel like I could just pass out right there and fall asleep and just like start having some fever dreams. Like I feel hot, and she comes back, and I think she sees that I'm just like this defeated person, and she goes, okay, so you're all set. And she goes, now, she like starts talking to herself. She's like, huh, I wonder if we can get you like a free like hotel, because I mean this flight is for tomorrow, and like probably like 19 hours away from the time. And she's like, well, let's see if we can get you like some free stuff. I mean, okay. And then she leaves for another like 20 minutes or so. And she comes back, and she gives me like 2 free lunch passes. She gives me a free hotel, which is where I am now. It's not like the Ritz, but this is definitely way more comfortable than what I need to sleep for the night. And so I'm here now, and it worked out pretty well. The only problem is, and this is, when I say only problem, I guess this isn't the only problem, but this is a huge problem, is that we don't know where my bags are. So I checked 2 bags on the airplane, and I had 2 carry-ons, kind of, or a carry-on in like a man purse. And I told her that, and she's like, do you have any carry-ons? I was like, yeah, I have 2, and I give her my slips. And she goes, we have like no, these are, basically she's like, these aren't here. These are not at this airport. And she's like, come back tomorrow, in the morning, before your flight, preferably like an hour before, and I should still be, she's like, I should be back here, and come see me, and I'm gonna like look where your bags are, and we're gonna figure it out together. And I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm just like, you know, okay, I guess we'll get that figured out. So I get to this hotel, and I decide to kind of, my sister recommended that I call the airline and figure out where my bags are. I call them, and they tell me that the bags never left Dallas. According to, basically I have like checkpoints, right? They checked it in at Dallas, but it was never checked in San Diego or San Francisco, which would lead one to believe that they never left Dallas in the first place. And so the lady was like, you know, she kind of brushing me off a little bit. She's like, hey, we're going to figure out a way to get these on your flight. But if you get to Korea and they're not there, call us. But I mean, I don't like, you just want to wait at baggage claim for bags I don't even know are going to show up. So I was like, you know, I kind of need to know like now. And I understand you can't tell me now. Tomorrow morning. I need to know tomorrow morning like where my bags are. And I was like, I'm literally moving my life in these 2 bags. I need these 2 bags. And she's like, yeah, I understand. So when I told her about the lady, she's like, yeah, so that lady works for United. She's like, so just talk to her tomorrow, and it'll all be updated in our system on what's up with your bags. So that's been my first day. So I guess, you know, not super successful for a first day. This isn't the first day that I would have liked, but it's okay because it has a little bit of zest and excitement, and it means I get there on a Friday, so I'll have the weekend to kind of like set myself up, which I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. I imagine this will probably be the only vlog I do. I don't really like making vlogs a whole lot. I'll probably get a blog going for those of you who are interested in kind of following most or some of the things that I do. I'll definitely make videos, of course, for the really cool stuff, but I don't really see a huge benefit of doing vlogs other than, you know, you get to just look at me for however long it is. So yeah, hopefully no more craziness. Got that 13-hour flight tomorrow. I will try to make some super sweet videos of like first impressions of Seoul, because I mean that's just gonna be awesome. And yeah, hopefully everything works smoothly. And I'll keep you guys updated once I get a blog going. It will inevitably happen somewhere. It might be tomorrow. It might be in 5 months. I don't know. I can't predict the future. But that's probably gonna be the best way to keep up with me. And I'll be sure to do that with social media so everybody can see it. All right.